These are going to both be blocked off. What do you think? No?
Change my life. Well, just hurry up and be warm.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Portugal on a Shoestring.
So a little bit about ourselves first, for anybody who hasn't been watching us up till now. My name's Brian, this is Diane, and we came to Portugal, 12 months ago, funnily enough. And we came over on a D7 visa, which is it's commonly called a retirement visa, but basically it's living on your own income. So we have a couple of properties that we rent out and that's what we live on. I'm 60 now, I'll be 61 in April, so a little bit early to retire. You're a few years younger than me, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very early to retire, which I'm very pleased about.
She's a baby.
Yeah, 54 años, which is 54 years old.
Show off.
I know. That's all I can say.
So yeah, we moved from the northwest of England, a little place called Skelmersdale, sort of halfway between Wigan and Liverpool. We just wanted to stop working and do something a bit different.
Stop working.
All right.
We've done nothing but work since we got here.
That's true.
But stop working for the man. Start working for somebody else.
Yeah, work for our future, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
So we bought the property in 2023 and we paid €25,000 for it. And it needs everything doing to it. You know, don't get us wrong, this was not a bargain that you can just walk into it like that.
No.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to do everything, so.
Yeah.
And in the last year, we've done a fair bit. We've got the kitchen sorted. Anybody who's not seen that, go back, watch the kitchen videos. Great. Currently, we're working on the new bathroom. That's probably about another month away from being finished. Somebody wants a bath. Somebody needs a bath. We do have a bathroom that is operational, but it's not very nice. But it works for now, you know.
Sharing it with the creatures.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's sort of our bit of backstory. So should we have a go at a couple of questions? Do you want to pick one out?
No, you pick. I don't want to pick the wrong one.
It's all right. They're all good questions. Yeah. Let's see. All right, what have we got?
Ooh,
Right.
tickle in my ear.
Right. Have you encountered any negativity or hostility as immigrants from the Portuguese? I've read some folks have noticed attitudes changing towards incomers. I'll show you that there. Personally, no. No. All the Portuguese I've met certainly have been extremely friendly, very welcoming. They're always happy to help when, you know, because obviously we've tried learning the language, we're struggling with it, but we're still trying, you know what I mean?
I actually think it depends on what area you move to. We are very rural, and we've had people, certainly the headmaster from the school that we went to for our Portuguese has been very welcoming and said we all welcome you, because they're small villages and they're empty villages, so they need people to come and move in. So they were very welcoming, and maybe in the cities or larger towns there's a different experience, but certainly here.
And the Algarve.
Yes,
the Algarve.
it's absolutely flooded the Algarve with immigrants.
And that shows in the property prices as well.
Yes, because it's extremely high. Certainly our experience is different because they're very welcoming.
Yeah.
There's lots of rundown properties and they're empty, and obviously the villages are dying off because all the old generation are there, and obviously, you know, they'll pass away, and the younger ones are going into the cities, so you know,
or abroad even.
Abroad as well. Yeah.
So
I think they welcome the money that we spend here, and the fact that the community's thriving again. So our experiences is very positive.
And all the people we've talked to are
very
similar,
positive.
aren't they? Yeah.
But like I say, it depends on the region.
Yeah.
But our experience has been very good.
Yeah, no problems at all. That's great. Okay. Your turn.
Let me just fix my hair.
You look gorgeous as you are, leave it alone.
Oh, right.
It's mine that's a mess.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. What's the weather comparison for the whole year compared to the UK? Would you say you get about 300 days of sunshine?
I did do a little bit of research. The 300 days the lady's referring to, we think is based on the Algarve again, because that's the only one that comes up with 300 days of sunshine.
Yeah.
If you look at charts for sunshine hours for various cities, the likes of Faro, it comes out at 3,000 hours a year of sunshine. So if they're saying 3,000 hours is about 300 days, then Leiria, which is where we are in central Portugal, gets about 2,500. So let's call it 250 days, which sounds about right to us, doesn't it? From our sort of we've not recorded them, but it sounds about right.
The experience.
I looked at what it would be in Manchester, which is in the sort of area we come from.
Famous for rain, though.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but I think it was
150, was it?
Yeah, it's about 1,250 to 1,500 hours as opposed to 2,500. So that equates to about 120 to 150 days. And again, that sounds about right. So yeah, I'd go along with that.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if you live further south in the UK, you'll get a lot more.
Yeah.
But for us, our comparison, it's very, very sunny compared to the to the
it's
UK.
Probably close to twice.
I think twice as
much sun.
But when in the rainy season, obviously the winter time, it's very, very wet.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and when it rains
really
heavy, really heavy.
So,
and it gets cold. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely. I mean, it's lovely today.
it is nice.
Beating down on us. It's great. But over the winter, over sort of middle of December onwards, to it's starting to improve now. Bitterly cold of a night, getting down to close to zero.
At least here it's predictable. You know, you can get through the winter if you know that you're going to get a good spring and summer and autumn.
And it's quite defined as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so the fact that you're guaranteed a good summer, I think, you know, going through the winter is worth it.
Yeah.
Because in the UK, it's sort of, you get through a winter and then you don't really get a really good summer and you're like, oh, for heaven's sake, you know.
Will it never arrive?
Will it just hurry up and be warm? So this has been wonderful, the fact that we know that it will get warmer soon.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And it's quite a short winter as well. It's 2 to 3 months.
Long.
It seems long to you.
It is short.
But even in the cold days, if it's not raining,
it's sunny.
you go out and the sun comes out and it's warm.
Yeah.
You can walk around in a t-shirt most of the time, though it's.
I mean, the thing is, on Christmas Day it was absolutely blue skies.
Yeah.
I think 22 degrees, but it was absolutely freezing every night time.
Yeah.
But you got the sun in the day, and I think that's the main thing, isn't it? That's brilliant. You know.
How would you know you weren't here?
I was in the UK and I sent him pictures of it tipping it down.
And I sent her pictures of bright blue skies and sun.
Yeah, it is nice like that.
Well, I actually did a little Christmas message where we sat here, and it was bright sunshine. It's very similar today, actually. It was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
right, move on. Move on.
Yeah.
It's going to be too long.
My turn.
Go ahead.
Oh, a long one. Right, bills.
Bills.
What everybody loves. Utility bills, your main monthly bills, water, electric, gas, etc. Our costs in general still low in comparison to the UK. Okay. Right, now this is
a big one.
This is quite a question. So,
Some more research.
I had to write these down, otherwise I'd forget them all. So, we'll start with electricity. Now, our usage for the year is about 852 euros. It works out about 71 euros a month. Everybody's usage is different, so I'll include all the standard charges and per kilowatt hour rates. But basically, the standard charge is about half what it is in the UK, and the unit rates are a little bit cheaper.
Yes.
They're not massively different. Main ones, the standard charge is a lot cheaper. Yeah, we use electric heaters for now. Next year we might be different, but for now we're just using plug-in heaters. So that meant that during the winter the amounts went up quite dramatically, so it trebled.
Yes.
Yeah, easily.
You did, yeah.
So something to be aware of anyway. Gas, we use propane gas bottles for the cooker and the shower and hot water.
Hot water heater.
We go through one of those bottles about every 6 or 7 weeks, and they're €35 a piece. So that's £248 a year. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
I know, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's worked out about £20 a month, something like that. Water rates, it's all metered here. Everybody has meters, so it's based on your usage again. It's a little complicated to actually tell you because you pay a different rate depending on how much you use. So the first 5 cubic meters at one rate, next 10 cubic meters at another rate. So, but
the more you use, the more you pay.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, and the higher rate you pay as well.
Yes.
So our water for the year is £258, euros again.
248 euros.
Euros. Sorry, it's so ingrained to say pounds and quid and things like that. Anyway, council tax. I know our council tax in the UK was £1,200 a year,
Yes.
thereabouts.
Yes, which is the lowest.
Because we've got a fairly large footprint on the house, it's a bit expensive. It's €151 a year. It's actually €150 for the house itself, and it's €1 for the rest of the land.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the rest of the land is classed as agricultural land.
Oh right, so it's
only the
€1.
house that's really.
Oh wow! Didn't know we were paying that €1.
I know. Internet, we use Starlink, Mr. Musk's special offer.
Enough said.
Yeah. In Portugal, you charged €40 a month for unlimited use. So that was very comparable to a landline. So we thought, well, we might as well get that, and then we didn't have to get the landline put in or anything like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't have to wait for the landline because it was traumatic enough waiting for electricity to be put in. 6 weeks of failed appointments, and we really wanted electricity.
Oh, that was a bit of a struggle when we first moved in.
It was, wasn't
but once they did turn up, they did a great job.
It
so
was, yeah.
can't complain really.
I had a fridge. Cold beer, that's what you need.
Ice cream, that's what you wanted.
Sure, yeah, it was, but
car costs. Cars themselves are expensive here. Think 4 times the price you're used to paying, and that won't be far off.
old cars.
For old cars, yeah.
As well.
The car insurance for our little van is €171 a year, and that's $14.25 a month. That covers me, Diane, and anybody else who wants to drive it. That's just third-party fire and theft.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's,
handy actually. When my
Yeah.
daughters come over, they can just drive the van and they don't
Yeah.
need to be insured because the van's insured. So,
yeah, you actually insure the van, not the drivers.
so that's really handy.
Yeah. MOTs, or they call it an IPO here, that's €31 for the test. So if nothing's wrong with your vehicle, that's all it costs.
cheap.
Fuel is €1.67 for petrol and €1.52 for diesel per litre. I think, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure what the prices are like in the UK
No,
anymore,
not sure.
so I don't know how that compares. Let us know,
Yes,
because it'd be
please, let
interested
us
to know that.
Also, I think the fact that the diesel's cheaper than the petrol,
Yeah.
which is the other way round in the UK,
Yeah,
which is weird.
yeah, it used to be a tax advantage,
Yeah.
and now it isn't in the
But
UK.
I think you get a lot of diesels here.
Yeah, you do. We use about €1,500 a year in fuel, round about £130 a month.
It's quite hard.
We actually use more than we used to do because everything's further away from us.
Yeah, that's why.
So we're more in the country, so
Yeah.
it's understandable.
So it's
The more you use it, the more you pay. And then shopping.
Whoa,
Now,
shopping's a big one. Yeah.
what we've done is a couple of days ago, oh actually no, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
It seemed like a long day on a Monday.
No. Anyway, what we've done is I did some shopping and I filmed a little bit of the shops, not much, but I filmed everything we bought on the table and gone through all the prices. I do the shopping once a week. We normally go to Pombal, which is about half an hour's drive away. It's the nearest place that's got a Lidl and an Intermarché and, you know, a few different shops that we want to go to. This is a fairly typical weekly shop for us. The whole table full has come to €104, so that's what we spend a week on average. What I'll do, I'll go through a few prices. I won't pick everything because there's too much, but I'll pick a few things that I think might be interesting so you can compare against price in the UK. Personally, I think it's not as cheap as living in the UK. You get a lot of people saying, oh, cost of living is so much cheaper here. Some things are cheaper. Council tax, your car insurance, you know, things like that. But shopping is, I'm fairly sure that it's slightly more expensive than the UK. What I'll do, I'll go through a few things, and one thing about Portugal is they do lovely bread. Every supermarket has a bakery section, and all the fresh bread is absolute. I think it's because they still put salt in, so it might not be as healthy for you, but it tastes so much better. Okay, now we get these baguettes. What are they? 400 gram baguettes, and they're 49 cents each. Fresh chicken, it's €2.29 a kilo, and this is €3.74 for that one. So that's fresh chicken with the giblets in. Really nice. When you cook chickens here, you don't get swimming with juice. The meat itself is lovely, but you don't get loads of water coming out of it or anything like that. This is about the cheapest ham you get. 200 gram packs, and they're $1.19 at the moment. They're normally $1.59, but they're on offer, so I got a couple of extras. I think it works out about 70 odd pence per 100 grams. Pork loin steaks, you call them bifanas here. It's basically a piece of loin sliced up. They're really nice. And this comes out at 363. It's 5.39 a kilo. Beef mince comes out at 5.39 a kilo. I'm not sure what it is in the UK now, but that's 10% fat. So these are their toasty loaves. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see how thick those slices are. But bread, 800 gram loaf is about 118. Now most of the milk in Portugal is UHT. It's not bad, but it does have a taste on it. Now we prefer the fresh milk, the pasteurised milk, and that's called leite fresco. It's the only ones that will be in Chile. These are from Pingo Doce, and they cost 99 cents for 1 litre. You don't do 4 pint or 2 litre bottles. That's as big as you get. It's either like this or that's the other type you'll see, Vigo. This is normally a little bit more expensive, 10 cents, something like that. But again, 1 litre. All these supermarkets have a bakery section, and they'll sell things like these, little rolls, and these will be between 10 and 15 cents per roll, that sort of price. So they're good value. Something that's different in Portugal to the UK is when you're buying the likes of, say, a head of broccoli, you buy it by the kilo. You don't buy a head of broccoli and you just charge a set price. You pick your head of broccoli and they'll weigh it at the till and you'll be charged for how much it weighs. It's not bad. You can choose what you want, and you can get a bigger one or a smaller one. It's up to you. But it's a little bit odd because we're used to just going in and all the heads of broccoli will be the same price, and same with cauliflower, lettuce. Lettuce is weighed, so you don't buy a head of lettuce at one price. It'll be a price per kilo, and you just pick the bigger one or the smaller one, and they weigh for you at the till. We use these a lot. Chickpeas, 75 cents for a jar. Now you'd think onions would be so cheap here, but they're not. 1.20 a kilo for onions. Carrots, similar. They are 90 pence a kilo. Again, you'd think peppers would be cheap. No. That pepper costs €1.20 for one. Strawberries are in at the moment, so they're quite cheap. So $2.99 for a 500 gram punnet. And they look lovely though. Where I can, I'll do a comparison with the UK. Say Asda, because Asda have a good website. Right, I'm going to get this put away and yeah, have a cup of tea. See you in a bit. Now it's €104. That's roughly our weekly spend. That's pretty much average. And what I did, I took the whole shopping list that we got, and I went through Asda's website and I compared it against their prices, and that was quite interesting. The shopping I did, which was €104 here on Asda, cost £69.43. Now when you convert that to euros, that's 84 euros. So basically 20 euros a week cheaper in the UK for as close to exactly the same as you can get. So it isn't cheap here to food. A lot of people say, oh, it's so cheap to eat in Portugal. No, it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's we used to shop in Lidl in the UK, but obviously you can't do a comparison online with Lidl. So we did go to Asda now and again.
But Asda was still cheaper.
Asda's still cheaper.
Yeah.
Than because we shop at Lidl. Here as well. So it's a big surprise. We thought it might have been cheaper, but we really understand why people grow their own fruit and veg here.
Yeah.
So
awful lot of people do.
Yeah. So,
and we will as well.
Well, I'm hoping this year that we can get that sorted quite quickly and get some things.
You'd think that, like, fruits and all the vegetables and things like that would be quite cheap here, but they're really not. I don't know why. No. Maybe it's just because of all the competition in the UK, it artificially holds the prices down. Because it is definitely cheaper to shop in the UK for basic stuff. Yes. Obviously, if you're talking about brands yes, you can get Heinz baked beans here, but you'll be paying €3 a tin. Or you can buy the local ones for, I think it's about €75. 75 cents. 75 euros.
That's really expensive beans.
Wouldn't be having many of them.
Even that, I thought, like, baked beans is really expensive here anyway.
Yes.
You know, you can get cheap baked beans in the UK. But, yeah, that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
And we have shopped at different shops to see. You know, we try and get the best price. I was quite surprised about rice. White rice is quite expensive here.
Yeah.
You know,
I know in the UK it's still about 50 pence for a kilo. Very basic, smart price type rice, you know, just long grain rice. And here, the very cheapest you can get is one 120.
Is it?
Yeah. Very cheapest you can get. Strange.
It's all weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not complaining about
no,
this.
we're not.
We're just, it's an observation, that's
Yeah.
all.
I mean, obviously, you know, we've just been through the bills, and there are a lot of them a lot less than what we paid, so it all sort of balances out.
Yeah.
You know.
Overall, I wouldn't say it was cheaper to live here, but I wouldn't say it was any dearer overall.
Yes.
So, there
It
you go.
depends on your lifestyle as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You know.
We don't go out to restaurants or anything like that very often, if ever.
No, not much. Now and again,
Occasionally,
we'll
if
go
we're
for
out,
lunch.
we'll go out for lunch or something like that. But we don't eat out once a week or anything like that. Diane's just too good a cook. Why would I pay money when I've got a professional cook at home?
You're always comparing it to my cooking anyway, aren't
Exactly.
you? So, oh, you could have got this and we didn't have to spend the money. That always helps if he doesn't like to spend money.
But I mean, I enjoy a meal out, but it's never been a big thing for
Yeah.
us. So
You can do proper chips at home, they only do French fries. And
we've done that one to
exhausted the
death.
We like our food, you might be able to tell.
Do you want your take?
Okay, I'm just watching a spider crawl along the table. Hope it's a money one. Ooh, can't ban in. Okay. Ooh, this is blech. Tax. Have you completed a tax return? If so, was it easy? Do you use an accountant? Or did you manage to get an NHR?
Well, we weren't able to get NHR, which is a non-habitual resident. It's a tax. What would you call it? A way of reducing your tax break.
break?
A way of reducing your tax bill. We weren't able to do it because we're still waiting on our residency. So neither of us have got our residency yet. We've been here a year.
Yeah.
Diane went for an interview at IMA. You do a second interview once you're in the country. And we haven't got the card for that. I haven't even had an interview yet. So we've got a lady in a nearby town who's a Portuguese lady she helps with bureaucracy and things like that, and she's sort of chasing it up for us. So, but
because of that, we missed out on the deadline for the tax break. Finished at the end of the year last year.
Yeah.
So we couldn't quite get into that because of obviously this wait for our residency. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We haven't because we haven't got the residency sorted. We can't really move ahead with the tax situation. So, but we'll let you know.
Yeah. We haven't done one yet, so unfortunately we can't comment.
Yes.
The tax year runs from January to December, and you send your self-assessment or your tax return in April, or the end of April I think it is. So that's how it works. Unfortunately we can't say how it works because we've not done it yet.
No.
We'll probably have to do it fairly soon. But
Yeah,
we'll report back.
Well, yeah, we'll get in touch with Anna because she'll sort that out for us as well.
Yeah.
In the UK, I was self-employed, so I used to do my own self-assessment tax return. So we don't employ an accountant to do it.
No.
And when we ask Anna to try and help us with it, that won't be in that capacity.
No. Yeah, we'll do all the accounts ourselves,
Yes.
but the actual submission of it,
Yes,
we might
we'll go
ask her
through
to
her.
do,
Yeah.
just because it's in a different language and
Because
we want to check
we're
everything.
not used to that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
Yeah, so
Okay, that's
that's as much as we can do on that one for now, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but we'll let you know.
Yeah. Right. Oh, there we go. Right. Once the bathroom is done, which room or area will you be renovating next? What's the priority for you? Living room, bedroom, etc. Now this is, I know this person is really quite annoying and is constantly badgering us with questions. And she's my sister, Carol. So
Hi, Carol. Thanks for watching, honey.
yeah, basically we're working in the bathroom at the moment. Like we said, it's probably about another month away from being finished, and then we're going to work outwards from there. Now,
Cue clip.
yeah, we'll do we've done a little clip, and we'll walk you through what we're going to do.
That'll be easier.
Yeah. What we want to do next, once we've completed the bathroom, we're still a way off the bathroom finished yet, but yeah, we'll just give you an idea of what we're planning. So you follow me. This is just outside the bathroom, and this is the next bit we're going to do. Basically, we're going to work our way from here in stages. So this is the room outside the bathroom, and this is the next one that we'll progress to. For the bathroom, we're going to put a water heater in the corner, which will feed the bathroom, electric water heater. And we'll box that in and build a couple of cabinets or wardrobe type storage areas next to it, coming up to about here. But then you want a door through to your bedroom, don't you?
Well, yes, that's what I've been knocking walls down for. I need to be close to the bathroom. So you haven't seen this, but I investigated this side to make sure I could make a door, and I can. So this is just one thin layer of bricks, and this is coming down so I can have a door straight through into the bathroom. I'm going to have lots of storage because I love lots of storage. Window needs replacing, ceiling needs doing, and like just build the room, basically, isn't it? So that's what we're doing. Actually,
Oh yeah. This list keeps getting longer and longer.
I know, but actually I've not mentioned the floor as well, so we've got to do floor as well. Never thought of the floor. Basically, we're rebuilding the room. I'll smash it up and he'll rebuild it. So that always works. So.
Yeah, the floors, the wooden floors at the moment, and they're not great condition. So what we want to do really, we'll overlay them with 3/4 inch OSB, fixed and screwed down properly, and then we'll be tiling on top of them.
Keep it clean, I've got to keep it clean.
Yeah. So
I thought it would be easier to clean than the floorboards, so we get nice tile. Once we've done this room, we can move on into the bedroom, which is like this is the biggest goal this year, is get that flipping room done. I want a nice big bedroom. At the moment, I'm sort of shimmying in this little room past the bed, trying to get into bed. So I want a big room, and I'll be able to like just spread out, because there's a lot of us to spread out. So that would be really good.
Anybody that hasn't watched our videos won't know what I'm on about this wall. So I'll take you into the bedroom and show you what I've done so far, just so that I can recap. Okay, so follow us into the bedroom.
From the other side I showed you, that's this other side of the wall that I'm knocking through for the door. So this was completely bricked over, and I've just ploughed my way through there. So this is going to become the door. So once the other room's done and all nice, I need a nice bedroom, so this is the next part that we'll work on. And again, basically building the room back up from scratch.
yeah,
So floor, ceiling, we've got new windows to go in and things like that. So if we get that done by the end of the year, I'll be really made up. Judging on the timeline, you know, things always take longer than you think. So we'll see.
What we want to do on here is we're taking this wall down, as you've seen, and we've got 2 doors at the moment. These are going to both be blocked off. What do you mean? No?
I've changed my mind. I did.
She said, what I want is, I just want 1 door in the room, and that's going to be that one. And she'll be able to go straight to the toilet with that. So we were going to block off these 2 doors and just have that one.
Well, I've had a bit of a think. And right. I think if I'm coming from the kitchen down that side, or to the living room, I won't want to walk all the way around. I might need a door there to go in straight into the bedroom.
Right, okay.
So you see, I tend to wake up in the middle of the night, like, and not get back to sleep. And I'm like thinking about what I could do, and like, I don't tell him yet.
Yeah. These are all plans, and I've gone, right, okay, we'll do this and we'll do that. And then all of a sudden, oh no, I'm not doing that.
Yes, I think I want to keep this door at the other side.
Okay.
Just so I can have a shortcut from bringing my clean washing in into my room.
Yeah.
Rather than traipsing all the way around.
No,
Honestly,
it does, it makes sense.
The thing is, things change so much. From the very first time we came in here, things have changed all the time, depending on how you think you're going to use it. So I wouldn't rush into any plans if I were you.
If you've got a property and you're thinking of doing something like this, do what you have to do to be comfortable, but leave major things for a while until you've sort of settled in for a bit and you've learned how the house works and how you work in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because things change. I know. Our plans for this place have changed quite dramatically.
They have. Don't make any big sort of decisions.
Yeah.
Because you might just say,
as well,
just build me another door there because it's not working. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. All right. Back to sort of past Brian and Diane or whatever it is. And we'll get on with some more questions.
Back in time.
Right, thank you, Brian. That was really very informative. So that's what we're going to be doing anyway.
Yes. That's the plan.
Yeah, unless the plans change again. Okay, next. You're next.
Okay. Do you have private health insurance, and have you used it?
As part of our D7 application, residency and all that, you have to have health insurance, private health insurance. Now, we have one through an organisation called ACP, which is the Portuguese equivalent of the AA.
Breakdown recovery.
Yeah, that type of thing. But they also do a health plan. Now, that is accepted as health insurance for your interviews. Having said that, we haven't used it.
No.
So we couldn't tell you whether it works well or not. Costs we can do, it's €60 a year for the ACP membership, and I think it's 90 for the premium health package. So compared to getting a sort of an independent health insurance, it's very, very cheap. Touch wood, we're fairly healthy. We've got our problems, but the problems that we've had for a long time, and we manage them.
We manage them ourselves.
Yeah.
And we never really bothered the doctor in the UK much. It'll be fine. We're fine.
I'm sure we're going to be using them a lot more as the years come on. But
I just hate going to doctors. So if I can possibly just get through it, I will.
So that's it with that, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Last question. We got through them. Let's see. I know what this one is because it's the last one. That's very appropriate.
That's good.
Honestly, this was not planned. I'm going to read it. Has Portugal turned out to be everything you hoped it would be? Do you think this will be your forever home? A forever home.
Forever home. Right, let me look at that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has Portugal turned out to be everything you expected it to be? No. But I was expecting it not to be everything I was expecting it to be, if you understand what I mean.
No, I don't understand what you mean.
Well, whenever you have an idea of somewhere, something is always different from what you expected. So I did expect it to not be everything. And yeah, it's been like that. The majority of it, I would say yes, it is what we thought it would be. But there was little things. Cost of living the cost of shopping is a little bit more than we thought it would be.
We did think that it would be a little bit cheaper to live here. The fact that it's about the same is okay, but we did think it was going to be a bit cheaper. But that's okay.
No.
It's it's worth it because it's such a beautiful country, and it's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did shock me was how cold
The
winters are. Now I have been warned, people had said, oh, it's cold, and we're thinking, I'm looking at the temperatures in the UK, and it's colder in the UK.
Yeah.
But you've got central heating in the UK.
Yeah.
Most of the houses here don't have central heating.
Yeah.
Our house is very, very cool in the summer, which is marvellous.
Yeah. You don't need air conditioning.
You don't need it in our house because it's a thick-walled old farmhouse. It stays nice and cool in the summer, which is a godsend. But in the winter time, it's cold. It's cold in the house, and I wasn't prepared for that. And back to hot water bottles and loads of layers.
Yeah.
So that was a shock.
It was. I mean, it's not like there's ice on the inside of the windows or anything like that.
I'm just
but
a bit of a Walter softie.
you definitely need a cardigan on, and you need slippers on.
Yes.
And
you can't walk around in shorts and t-shirt in the middle of
we
winter.
use electric heaters in the living room, and we usually put a fleece on while we're sitting watching telly, that type of thing.
I mean, obviously, because we're in a drafty, old,
Yeah.
run-down building, it doesn't help. And as soon as we get a lot of the rooms
It will improve.
sorted, it will improve on that.
Yeah.
But yes, it's very drafty, and like the doors are all out of shape, so everything's got.
Not my doors. My doors are lovely.
No, not your doors.
Watch handmade doors.
Yeah. No, I do love the doors that he's made for us. Unfortunately, he's going to make them all in the house, so
Yeah.
that'll take a while.
There's about 25 doors to make,
So yeah.
so it's going to take a bit.
So it can take a while. But yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. On paper it looks warmer, but the houses are colder.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, if it's not raining, because it does rain a lot in the winter time. If it's not raining, it's better if you sit outside, because it's actually warmer outside than it is in the house.
Yeah, as soon as the sun comes above the trees,
Yeah,
the temperature just jumps up,
it does.
and it's great when you sat outside and you can t-shirt and maybe not shorts, but you definitely can wear a t-shirt. But inside the house, it takes too long for the heat to get inside the house to make a difference.
Yeah.
So it stays quite cold, which is why it stays cool in the winter, in the summer as well.
I'll have a cardigan on or a fleece.
Yeah.
He's hard. He's got just a t-shirt. But he close up
That's
some
a
of
lot of that is our conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Portugal itself. Oh, I can't really think of anything that is like, oh, I wish it wasn't like that or anything like that.
No,
you know,
I don't think so.
will it be our forever home?
Yeah, I flipping hope so.
Our plan is
Our plan is, yes.
to die here, which might not be that long.
It depends. It's quite the difficult thing is living together for a long period of time in bad conditions. It's a bit stressful, but taking them stresses away, I think it's once we get things a certain way, I think
It'll be a lot more comfortable.
better. And also the forever home thing, I think, because we are designing it to be future proof, to make sure we can stay here as long as we want to.
Yeah.
Try and adapt things in case our mobility is compromised.
I mean, nothing's forever, is
No,
it? So
of course, but that's the
you don't know in
plan.
the future, but
The plan is to stay here
Yeah.
as long as we can.
I mean,
as
one
well.
point in the future we may decide, yeah, we want to go back to the UK. I don't know.
No,
We've
you
absolutely
can't.
no plans whatsoever of ever doing that.
No.
But you can't predict
You
what the
can't say
future
never.
holds.
You never say never.
Yeah.
Obviously, if family members need me, I'll be home. But not. I wouldn't want to stay there full time. But
Oh, my family can get lost. I'm not going back for them. I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
Yeah, sort of.
But yeah, we'd like to stay here.
Yeah.
In our forever home.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway.
But thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks very much. All your questions all the time, really appreciated, and your suggestions, advice. It's great. I mean, we take a lot of it on board. We read every sort of comment we get. We try to answer everybody.
It really picks me up actually,
Yeah.
reading your comments.
Now we get most of them on Saturday afternoon and on Sunday, don't we?
It is really
and it's
nice.
great over the weekend,
It is.
going through them and answering them.
You've just shown us so much support this year,
Yeah,
and I want to
it's been
thank everybody
fantastic.
for that, because it really did help me on the bad times. Because it's not all great and all fantastic, is it? Because you're in the middle of a building site. There's lots of things. You're up and down, and you really have helped with all your lovely comments. And thank you so much for helping me with the garden, because I haven't got a clue. So that is brilliant. So if you carry on this next year, I'll be really made up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And,
And don't forget, like, share and subscribe.
Yeah, please. Thanks, guys.
Bye now.
Bye.